Did you know that your brain holds one of the most important keys to helping you lose weight and burn body fat, from boosting your metabolism to curbing your cravings? Today, I'm going to reveal the 4 amazing neurotransmitters that can help you shed those extra pounds. We'll dive into the science behind these powerful brain chemicals, and then I'll give you actionable tips so that you can optimize your fat loss journey. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers in your brain. They transmit signals between nerve cells, and these signals play a crucial role in regulating various bodily functions, including your mood, your appetite, and even your metabolism. In simple terms, neurotransmitters are like your brain's communication system, sending messages from one nerve cell to the other that control everything from how we feel to how we process food. Understanding how these neurotransmitters work can give us valuable insights into how we can optimize them to make fat loss easier and faster. There's 4 key neurotransmitters that we're going to talk about today: dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, and acetacoline. And each of these 4 neurotransmitters has a unique way in how our body manages weight and burns fat. So let's break down exactly what each of these neurotransmitters does and how they impact your fat loss journey. First up is dopamine. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, and that's because it plays a significant role in the brain's reward and pleasure centers. It's involved in motivation and reward, both of which are crucial for maintaining a healthy diet and regular exercise routine. When dopamine levels are high, we feel more motivated and satisfied, which makes it easier to stick to our healthier habits. And we all know the power of consistency. More motivation equals more adherence, and more adherence equals a more active lifestyle, and a more active lifestyle equals more fat loss. On the flip side, low dopamine levels can lead to cravings and, of course, a lack of motivation, which are obviously going to derail our fat loss efforts. So I suppose the most important question is, how can we boost our dopamine levels? One very effective way is actually through your diet. You want to try and incorporate foods that are rich in an amino acid called tyrosine. Tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid, which means our body can naturally synthesize it. However, we can boost our levels of tyrosine by eating foods that are rich in it. Things like lean meats, eggs, fish, dairy, nuts, and even beans. Tyrosine helps because it's a precursor to dopamine, meaning that it's a building block that the body uses to produce it. And if you're getting adequate tyrosine, it gives your body a better chance of being able to produce more dopamine. Regular exercise is also going to help your dopamine levels. So even if you don't feel like working out one day, go into that workout knowing that it's almost certainly going to help your mood and give you more motivation. It's kind of ironic that your motivation for the workout is more motivation. And don't forget the importance of getting enough sleep and enough high quality sleep. And that's because rest is crucial for the production of dopamine. And you can do this by cleaning up your sleep environment, making sure it's cold, dark, and quiet, and following the 3-2-1 rule, where you don't eat 3 hours before you go to sleep, you don't drink anything 2 hours before, and you get off your phones or the screens 1 hour before. Next, let's talk about serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that plays an important role in mood regulation and appetite control. Higher serotonin levels can help reduce your appetite and curb emotional eating, making it easier to stick to the calorie deficit that you need to lose weight and burn body fat. When serotonin levels are balanced, we feel happier and more content, and that helps prevent overeating. And just as importantly, it reduces the likelihood that we're going to turn to food for comfort. 90 to 95% of your serotonin is produced in your gut. So to enhance your serotonin level, we want to focus on improving our gut health. So make sure to include plenty of fiber-rich foods in your diet. Stuff like fruit, veg, whole grains, and legumes. And that's because fiber promotes the growth of healthy gut bacteria. Secondly, you're going to want to incorporate fermented foods into your diet. So with this, you could have yogurt, kefir, kombucha, kimchi, or sauerkraut. These foods are rich in probiotics, which help maintain a healthy balance of gut bacteria. Thirdly, make sure you're staying hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. And that's because proper hydration supports digestion and nutrient absorption. Fourthly, you're going to want to limit processed foods and sugars. And finally, more so as a fail-safe, you might want to consider taking a high-quality probiotic supplement. That's going to help support your gut microbiome. You can also boost your levels of serotonin by eating foods that are rich in tryptophan. Like tyrosine, tryptophan is another amino acid. And the cool thing about tryptophan is that it can be converted into serotonin. Foods that are rich in tryptophan include turkey, chicken, eggs, nuts, seeds, and even chocolate. Another great hack to boost your serotonin levels is to get as much sunlight as you can. Okay, moving on to the third neurotransmitter that we want to talk about today, norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is involved in the fight or flight response and helps increase your body's metabolic rate. So by boosting your norepinephrine levels, you can actually enhance your body's ability to burn fat and even improve your energy levels during workouts. Norepinephrine acts a little bit like a stimulant. It helps you to feel more alert and focused, but it also plays a role in breaking down fat cells to be used as energy. To increase norepinephrine levels, try to include foods that are rich in phenylalanine in your diet. I'm laughing and smiling because it's taken me about 8 takes to say that word. Phenylalanine. Nailed it. Foods that are rich in that are meat, fish, eggs, dairy, beans, and nuts. So if you're eating those foods, it's double bubble because you can get plenty of that and plenty of tyrosine. See, I can say tyrosine, no problem. So yeah, yet another reason to double down on meat, fish, dairy, and eggs, all amazing sources of protein as well, by the way. You have to remember that amino acids are the building blocks of protein. A lot of people think of protein as only useful for building muscle, but hopefully through this video, you're now starting to see just how powerful and beneficial and amazing protein can be for overall health. 2 other very good ways of boosting your norepinephrine levels are HIIT training, that's HIIT, high intensity interval training, and resistance training. During these types of training, your body goes through several physiological changes that lead to an increase in production of norepinephrine. It stimulates the sympathetic part of your nervous system, which is linked to fight or flight, which is obviously closely associated to norepinephrine. So your body doesn't really know what you're doing. For all it knows, you're running away from a T-Rex. It just senses that you're under stress and you need to activate that fight or flight and you need more norepinephrine. But the other very important side of managing healthy norepinephrine levels is trying your best to stay on top of your stress. Now that's a whole other video, but whether it's doing some kind of meditation, journaling, gratitude, going for a walk, workouts, talking to someone you love, or just getting a bit more rest, recovery, and sleep. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is essential for muscle contraction and fat metabolism. It helps your body convert stored fat into energy, especially during physical activity. Having optimal acetylcholine levels can improve your workout performance and increase your fat burning capacity. So it's a key player in your fat loss journey. To optimize your acetylcholine levels, you want to focus on foods that are rich in choline. Choline is the nutrient that your body uses to produce acetylcholine. These foods include eggs, fish, nuts, seeds, and even broccoli. And funnily enough, engaging in mental exercises can actually support the production of increased levels of acetylcholine. And it's also been found that regular strength training and cardiovascular exercise can be very useful. So those are the 4 amazing neurotransmitters that can make your fat loss journey much easier and much quicker. And as you will have heard, to optimize the levels of all 4 of them, it's a little bit chicken and egg, literally and figuratively. You want to be eating lots of lean meats, eggs, fish, and dairy, but you also need to get up, go out and do this stuff, work out, whether that's cardio or HIIT or strength training, to help your body and more importantly, your brain to upregulate and produce more of them. And this is why in so many of my videos, I talk about the importance of momentum. I am absolutely convinced that if you could bottle and sell momentum, you would be a trillionaire. But unfortunately, we can't buy it. We have to synthesize, we have to make it ourselves. So hopefully by giving you this knowledge today, it's going to give you a little bit more justification, another reason why you should get up, go out and live an active lifestyle and eat these healthy foods. The amazing thing about momentum is that once you start to build a little bit of it, you really get invested in protecting it. You start to realize just how good you can feel, and you never want to feel worse than that again. And that's really powerful, because I can sit here and tell you how great it is, but unless you get up, go out and do this stuff yourself, actually implement some of the information that we've gone through today, you're not going to feel it for yourself. And that's all I want. The coolest thing about momentum is that it helps to get you out of the vicious cycles and into a virtuous one. This is why everybody says that the hardest part is starting, and they're completely right. But it's important to remember that the first steps are the hardest and the biggest. And every single step that you take after the first few are going to get shorter, and easier. Your progress won't be linear. At the beginning, it will probably be quite slow. Imagine you pushed a big boulder down a hill. When you first push it off the edge, it's going to start rolling down the hill pretty slowly. But because it's consistently rolling in one direction, you can see with your own eyes just how quickly it builds up pace. And it's exactly the same for you on this journey. Your growth curve will be exponential. So the best 2 tips that I can give you today are to start and then be consistent. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, but more importantly, I hope you found it useful. If you did, I would really appreciate your support here on YouTube. So if you could smash the thumbs up button to like the video, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the next one. And until then, bye.